I solved FNaF's biggest mystery, the box. Today, I am confident that I can not only tell you both what it meant in FNaF 4 and what it became down the road, but why it's closed and why it will stay that way forever. Let me get something out of the way right now. The box was not forgotten by Scott. In fact, it's kind of the other way around. It represents one of the most important plot details in the entirety of FNaF, one that people always forget in their timelines, in their fanfictions. This plotline is forgotten by the fan base, and up until this point, that included me. Let's take a look back at the origins of the box. What Scott claims is the reason for its existence. When FNaF 4 came out, nobody figured out its story. Nobody. In comes the box. What the box represents is the meaning of FNaF 4. Completely hidden, completely forgotten. If you solve the true meaning of FNaF 4, then you know what's in the box. And if you've seen my previous video on Golden Freddy, then you know that we have. The crying child's memories are crucial components of Happiest Day. FNaF 4 is the culmination of a story that Scott has told again and again and again. With the games, with the novels, and most recently, the movie. It all comes down to 4 simple words. A quote from William Afton himself: "The dead do forget." In every iteration of FNaF, we're shown that the kids completely forget who they are. In every iteration, they have to be reminded. In both the novels and the movie, this is done with drawings.
The drawings. The yellow rabbit hurt your friends. Show them what really happened.
But in the games, it's done using arcades. Repeatedly, we can see the crying child's memories being depicted to him, shown to him, in hopes that he'd remember who he is. When he finally does, he is able to move on. FNaF 4 was an attempt to clarify what Happiest Day was all about, remembrance, but it didn't work. No one understood. This plot point went completely unnoticed and was completely forgotten by the fans. It was ironic, which is the most interesting part. Scott liked this. To quote him, "The fact that the pieces have remained elusive this time strikes me as incredible and special. A fitting conclusion in some ways, and because of that, I've decided that maybe some things are best left forgotten forever." This is the point that the story changed.
Sometimes when things do progress, the roads aren't always the same roads as the ones that had been planned before. The progression of the story didn't go there. There is something in the box, but I never pursued it, and I don't know if I can find it again.
When we get to FNaF 6, it's no longer about getting the dead to remember, it's about making sure that everyone can forget, that the memory of everything is closed for good. The box is right here, but instead of opening it, Henry burns it. The poor kids shouldn't be reminded of their horrors, their deaths. Those memories are best left forgotten forever. It's bittersweet, but Happiest Day never happened, guys. Notice Molten Freddy's design. Notice his eye. Molten Freddy is a walking bad ending. All of the souls are still here, still confused, still unable to remember. In Happiest Day, the box is opened. That's why it was opened in the files of FNaF World. That's the game where you make Happiest Day happen. But Scott scrapped that. The good ending in FNaF 3 didn't happen, because he had a better ending, one that is even more peaceful than Happiest Day, one where the kids were allowed to forget their worst day, one where the box of horrors was permanently left closed. And that is the best ending Scott could give us.